In this module, we'll focus on the Modal Dialog Intelligent Guided Test feature of AX DevTools extension and its key features for the NYU instance.
To begin a modal dialog test, go to the Guided Tests tab and select the plus sign next to Modal Dialog to start the run. To demonstrate the Modal Dialog IGT, we will use the recipe dashboard example site from DQ. Navigate to broken-workshop.dqlabs.com.
Before starting the test, identify if modal dialogues occur on the page. A modal dialog for this exercise is considered anything that partially or fully blocks any part of the page visually until you interact with it or dismiss it. Interact with the page and discover if any modal dialogues exist on the page. Note that there may be more than one.
In Step 1, the Modal Dialog IGT will ask if your modal has a launcher or button that launches it. Select Yes, my modal has a launcher, radio in AX DevTools if you can launch the modal by selecting something on the page. If the modal appears on page load or by other actions like scrolling and hovering, then select No, my modal is triggered by something else.
If the modal does have a launcher or trigger, then you'll use the mouse selection to identify the launch or trigger. Make sure to select the element that triggers the modal, as it is often possible to select the parent or children of the trigger element. In some cases, the trigger is a span or div. In this case, the trigger is a button.
If the modal doesn't have a launcher, then you will be asked to identify the modal using mouse selection once it becomes visible. Try your best to find the outermost boundary that includes the modal container and components, but nothing else from the page.
Once the modal has been identified by either method, the IGT will run automated tests.
In Step 2, you will be asked if the modal can be closed or dismissed by selecting the Escape key or by selecting a Close, Cancel, or an X button. If any are true, then select Yes, this modal can be dismissed or closed. Otherwise, select No. Do not select anything on the web page you are testing at this step, as this will interrupt the test. Select Next in AX DevTools to continue.
Note that the IGT may ask you additional follow-up questions, depending on the website and the behavior of the modal. Also, the Modal Dialog IGT can only test one modal dialog at a time. If there is more than one instance on the web page, then you'll need to run the Modal Dialog IGT for each separately.
That's the Modal Dialog IGT. Check the sections of the AX DevTools guide for more information about other features, including the other intelligent guided tests and reporting.